etiquette dinner. So we're going to present to you the do's and don'ts of dining, and especially at formal dinners, which for a lot of us are networking events and maybe cocktail hours for those that are older or already at an internship and get invited somewhere. So we're going to give you a couple tips and tricks on those, show you what formal dining looks like, how to eat, what to do with your napkin most importantly, which is being handling. But yeah, we'll get started. So, my name's Hannah. I'm a third year in the cohort, a fourth year at school. I'm graduating this year, majoring in accounting. And my most embarrassing dining experience, I don't have a ton to pick from, but one of my friends put their chair up to save a seat, so we're going to address this in the conversation, but they leaned the chair into the table, which you're not supposed to do, because somebody tripped over it and fell and spilled their drink as they were walking. It was super embarrassing. So that's my next one.
My name's Jared. I'm a third year in the cohort and a fourth year in school. I'm a double major with public affairs and natural resource management. My most embarrassing dining experience was kind of dining, for other people dining. It was at my brother's wedding. I was the best man giving my best man speech, and you're dressing all day, having a good time. Might have had one, maybe too many, so I was kind of walking as giving the story. I did exactly that. I tripped over someone's chair. About half of a scotch went on a nice cake. So, it was a good time.
Hi, I'm Susie. I'm a senior. It's my second year in the program, and I'm first year with accounting major. My most embarrassing dining experience is one time I was having a really pretty formal dinner, and I was eating the rice with a lot of food in my mouth, and someone said something super funny, and I tried to laugh it, but food just come out. So I thought it's embarrassing, so I'm trying to hide it, but it's so funny. So I'm just and the rice also come out with. And the other people on this table is laughing at me as well. But at that time, I feel like other people, you will have the feeling that other people is laughing, and it will stimulate you to laugh more. So the whole table is, all the people is laughing, and I'm laughing, and but the rice come out. So this is my most embarrassing moment. So anyone want to share his most embarrassing experience during dinner? Hannah.
So last year after the etiquette dinner, I went home for Thanksgiving, and I asked my sister for the salt, and she only passed me the pepper. And I told them that you're supposed to pass both of them together. And every time at dinner, they mocked me about it. Embarrassing. So I'll pass them both, and they're like, no, Hannah, I just wanted the salt. So I'm kind of like the dinner reject of my family.
So anyone else? Sorry, go ahead.
I was saying how I went to this Waffle House, and this was one of my first times in Waffle House or anything. The only thing they served was pancakes, waffles, and breakfast food. And then my Asian mind looked at the syrup, and I was like, hey, is that soy sauce? Everyone just laughed at me.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll address cultural stuff like that too, so that's a really good point.
Okay. So today we're going to talk. I'm going to talk to you about the correct way to accept or reject an invitation. So commonly on campus, the majority of our invitation about this formal dinner will be sent by email. So you guys always say, please RSVP as soon as possible. So does anyone know who is the RSVP's abbreviation of? So anyone who knows speak French? Emily. I'm sorry. So does anyone know what's the full sentence of RSVP? Yes. Yeah. So it comes out with French. So commonly RSVP is just that you need to respond this as soon as possible to tell them whether you attend this event or not. So sometimes RSVP will go with the menu, so you can choose what kind of food you want to have during this dinner. And the most common one currently is RSVP request only. It means that if you did not sign for RSVP, it means that you will not attend this dinner. And sometimes if it's really formal and it's officially mail you an invitation, you commonly need to write an official mail to it as well. So the second part is about the dress code requirement. Commonly on campus, it will be business formal and business professional. So if it's just the thing you guys, I hope you guys to care about is like, so don't. I'd rather overdress it than not dress it formally. So if it's just business for formal one, if dressing business professional is better than dressing super casual. And also, because this is kind of the majority of the dining, this kind of dinner is on campus, is for networking or for a specific event. So you're not here for the food. So you should focus more attention on the people sitting around you, have a talk. So today I'm going to first really focus on the use of the napkin. So first about when you should use the napkin. On campus, majority of the dinner should be the buffet style. So you're going to take up so when you go inside of the in the dining places and first side of the belongings, and after you grab your food, you can fold the napkin on your lap. However, if there is host or hostess, you need to wait for him or her to take the napkin off the table. So here's the first quiz question. So today we don't have napkin rings on it, but for some formal dinner, we will have the napkin ring. So after you take off the napkin ring, where you should put it? The answer A, place the ring on the top left of the setting. B, place the ring to the top right of the setting. C, give it to the waiter. Raise your hand if you think the answer should be A. Raise your hand if you think the answer should be B. So raise your hand if you think the answer should be C. Okay. So the correct answer is A. So you just place the ring to the top left of the setting. And so the use of the napkin, you grab the napkin in the center and put the ring on lay it on the table with the point facing the center of the table. So in this table, it will just like putting the ring, but it's not that side. So this question is, there are actually function of the napkins to see whether we can use napkin to do this. First, blow your nose. Raise your hand if you think we can use napkin during the formal dinner. Yes, definitely no. So what happens if you are in cold and you really want to sneeze your nose? What you should do? Yeah. Or commonly, and we'll have some paper napkins on the table. So you can grab a small paper napkin and using this to sneeze your nose. And the second one, for some ladies, if you eat some food and it's okay, use napkin to remove the lipstick. Yes, the answer is still be no. So this one is you can use paper napkins to work on it. And the third one is remove oil from food before you take a drink. Are we using this for napkin? Raise your hand if you think the answer should be yes. Okay, the answer is yes. So the use of the napkin, the major function of napkin is to remove oil, especially sometimes you use pasta, you will have some sauce on your mouth. So you will have a drink, so use the napkin to remove this kind of oil. Yes, your napkin should be blowed, pat your mouth before drinking and for remove oils. Don't wipe it too seriously, and never for blowing your nose. The important thing you need to remove is and if you, there's one thing I think really useful for napkins. If you plan to leave the table with the meals, you can place on napkins on the chair. So probably it should not be at these places. But for some formal dinner, it will have something on the chair, so you can put your napkin just at these places. So but you don't need to refold napkin to use the dinner. So now Hannah is going to tell us about the place setting.
Alright, so we're going to talk about place settings. They're more formal, less formal place settings that you might see when you're going to a nice dinner or maybe just to a restaurant, whatever it may be. But as you'll notice when you go to formal dinner, so multiple items on the table as you sit. it. There might already be a salad there if you're going to something like an etiquette dinner from Fisher, or if you're going to a restaurant, there might be bread and butter out. Just to let you know how to pass each of those things we'll go through. But this is what an informal table setting would look like. You'll have the 2 spoons, 2 forks. You'll have a drink, maybe a glass of wine, whatever it might be. But your napkin might be folded on your plate. It might be in a nice little folded thing, however that goes. But most of what we're used to seeing. And in a more formal dining setting, we'll have specific wine glasses for red wine, white wine. It'll have dessert trays, plates, and different spoons and forks for that as well. You might have a nameplate in front of you, different things like that, and also a coffee system. So the first quiz question that we'll go through is which way do you pass around the table? So if I'm passing something, if Jordan's passing something over here, then which way should we pass? Okay. Raise your hand if it's A. B, and C. Is it a trick question?
Yeah.
It's not a trick question. Most people think it's a trick question, and most people think it normally doesn't matter, especially depending on who's closest to who asks, but it is actually B, to your right. You'll want to pass to your right because, does anybody know what reason particularly? Most people are right-handed, so if Jordan were to pass it to her right, they'd be able to grab it with their left hand and then serve themselves with their right hand. Does that make sense? Any questions about that? Awesome. So passing on the table. If you're closest, you'll begin passing. So this also goes with Anna's dinner example earlier. So that goes for most things like bread and butter, or for the salt and pepper. You pass as pairs, and you'll pass to your right, depending on who's closest. So, and then, yeah. Great. There's the salad course and the bread and butter that I mentioned normally come first. So in the salad course, you'll most likely be served on a preset, so it'll be there already. Or they'll ask if you want salad. If you don't want salad, all you have to say is thank you. But it'll normally be served to you, just in general. And then if there's something large, like a large piece of lettuce, this is something I particularly struggle with when I eat salads. You don't have to shove it all in your mouth at once. You can use a knife. Sometimes there's even specific knives for it to cut the lettuce in pieces. That's totally normal. If there's a big tomato or whatever you need to cut to get it in your mouth appropriately, please feel free to do that as well. Things to avoid, we'll get to this with bread and butter as well. Don't douse everything in dressing, or don't butter your entire piece of bread at once. You'll do it individually as you take bites. Salad, you won't be dipping salad like lettuce pieces in the dressing, but you can always add more later, so just remember that. Take it lightly and add as you need. Bread and butter specifically, you will break the butter. You'll break the bread. You won't cut it. If there's like a big piece, if it's a baguette per se, you'll break it and you can butter it with your knife individually, each piece that you take to your mouth. And then your bread and butter plate also serves as an area where you can just dump things. So if there's extra wrappings or things that you find, you're always welcome to put it on your bread and butter plate. It's something you most likely won't use throughout the entire meal, so that's where you can store items that you don't know what to do with. Any questions about that? Awesome. Okay, so the next question, what do you do with your trap? Oh, what? This is okay, I'm sorry guys. So you'll place it on your bread and butter plate. And as I mentioned, that'll be just the keeping the storage area for everything you need. So we're gonna go to Jared and he'll do the entree course.
Alright, so now we're at our entree. This is our main course of our meal. This is where it gets to make a great time. So I'm going to ask a couple questions here. Throw the screen up. So we have, the first one is cut your meal one bite at a time. Does anyone know why you don't want to cut maybe your entire steak or your entire piece of chicken at one time?
It gets cold.
It gets cold. It gets real cold, actually. These meals, as we talked about, you aren't here for the food. You're here for the networking and the talking. So your pace for eating is probably going to be a little quicker. I know for a fact it's something I struggle with. A big dude. Sometimes, you know, it's eating time, it's eating time. You don't want to cut your whole chicken at once. Like I said, it can be kind of rude. It kind of also makes it cool down. So you want to make sure that you're cutting it one piece at a time and eating it. This also helps with your pacing. If you cut the whole thing at once, there's nothing stopping you from just going in a